mindset, and just keep on being where my feet are.
Last year, Mike Sanderstill came in here and had a heck of a first season for a defensive back. So seeing what he did last year, how excited does that make you for what you can come here and do with Washington?
Yeah, it's going to be real exciting, I'm going to be able to, learn from his footsteps and learning his tools, learning how to communicate, and just being a sponge, just soaking up all types of information. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
To kind of play on that, Marshawn Lattimore is a Pro Bowl corner, and he's a physical corner. Do you see a little bit of your game in his game?
Everybody's game is different, but you can still learn from it, and just keep on getting all the knowledge you can, and being where he at. I'm looking forward to learning from him, being in the same meetings and just seeing how everything rolls, and just being confident, So.
Trey, after you were drafted, there were some reports that came out that you had a back issue that caused you to fall off some teams' boards. I'm just wondering what you made of those reports, and really, most importantly, how's your health, how's your back?
Everything's good, I'm out here still competing, practicing every day, so really no, signs.
Hey, Trey. Talk a little bit about when you look at the cornerback room now with all of those guys, that Mikey, Lattimore, Jonathan Jones. What do you add to that room?
What do I add to that room? I feel like as a group we can all build off each other. So just being a great teammate, helping each other out, just learning from each other, just building that chemistry. I feel like that could really just build our DB group and whole different level.
Trey, what did you learn about being at different places that may help you come into a new place and make a transition to the NFL?
Just learning to adjust. Every place is different, but you still gotta get to know people. Just be yourself. So I feel like that's the biggest lesson from jumping from.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. A little bit about from the classroom to the field and everything. What have you learned in the classroom early on right now?
Say it again.
What have you learned in the classroom as you start to learn the playbooks and everything, and then taking it out on the field of play?
I feel like I learned, big on note taking. Note taking is a big thing for me. So getting that down pack and transitioning, out there on the field really helped me get out the classroom and really seeing the whole visual and learning what I studied and just going out there and just making plays.
Trey, I'm sure that you had thoughts, you had feelings, you knew that you would make it to this level, probably from once you were in middle school, high school at least. What's it like, though, when you put that helmet on? You knew that you were a pro, you knew that you had made it to this level. What was that moment like for you?
Man, it was just like, it was special, been having this dream since, little kid, and finally here, just want to keep on producing, keep on, just being myself. What got me here, and just keep on evolving, like I always say. So I don't want to think too high, think too low, just keep everything chill, and everything go play out for itself, and just keep God first.
And I don't know if you know this, but this Washington Commanders community, number one, the fan base is super strong. A lot of them are really excited for you to come out here and make an impact. I wonder what your message is to that fan base that's really excited to see you come out here and to make an impact.
Just ready, we're just ready. Can't really say too much. I'm just ready to go out there, keep on competing, being with the guys, really appreciate the fan base and everything. So everything's gonna be good. So yeah.
Just one quick follow-up on the back question. I mean, do you expect to have any limitations or to really deal with it much as the season goes on?
What?
Regarding your back, the report about your back, do you expect to have any limitations or really deal with it much as the season goes on?
Nah, like I said before, I'm out there doing everything. So, I'm practicing, competing still. So, everything is in a great mindset, great, direction.
Cool. And you talked about Marshawn Lattimore and Sanders Hill. What is your process for getting that communication down pat with the guys you're playing alongside?
You know, that's just film study, getting extra work with the coaches, seeing what things I need to work on, just finding ways to, you know, keep on growing, physically and, you know, mentally. So from the neck up, and you know, everything will be good.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey man, and my apologies if you've already been asked this question, but can you share a bit, Trey, about when you step on the field, what is the energy level that you bring, or how do you describe your game? What do opponents need to be looking out for when you get out there?
Really, I don't bring much energy, but, you know, I keep everything relaxed, calm, everything chill, and, you know, once I'm on the field, helmet on, everything's just like, you know, zones out, and I'm just worried about, you know, my assignment, and, you know, I'm just going out and, like, backyard football. Everything just, you know, disappears when I'm on the field.
And did you have a chance to check out the Commanders at all last season in terms of just watching a game or anything? And what was your takeaway from what this team did last year?
Man, like, I had watched some games, especially in the playoffs, and it was just like a great, you know, good setting. And, you know, I want to build to that too. I want to come in, you know, be a good, you know, team player, just help to grow, like I always do. And yeah.
All right, thanks, sir.
No problem.